Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we're going to take a look at every piece of equipment that has been added to the Farming Simulator 25 website so far. With over 400 items, most of which is being added to the game, is not coming in fact sheets, so this is the only way that we're going to see the majority of this stuff being added to the game, and once it's out on Tuesday, November 12th, 2024, of course. You can still grab your pre-order right now via the link below, so make sure you do that. There's not a lot of time left. I likely will not have a website update next week, so this is probably the last time that we're going to see everything before the game's out, which is why I wanted to go over everything to give you a refresher and, of course, get you pumped up. Once the game goes into early access, I'll be showing you everything in the game, including the vehicles, equipment, and more. So make sure you're subscribed, that way you don't miss any of it. If you're wanting to check these out for yourself, it's really easy. Go to farming-simulator.com. At the top, go to games. You got Farming Simulator 25. Scroll down, and here's where you're going to find everything. One thing to note, you're probably going to see a massive update to this website once the game is out on November 12th, so you can come back then and see everything. Normally I go in order of vehicles, harvesters, equipment, miscellaneous. However, today we are just going to do a straight up overview. That way you can see everything in order. In AB, we have their 1600 barrel. Echo shows off the 8010 series and medium tractors, which is also going to be available in a Challenger, and then we have a handful of weights. In AgriFac, we have both their light track speed harvester as well as the Condor Endurance 2 sprayer. Agrio is their Dino 2. In AgriSim, the Discovine V subsoiler, which I think we already have in Farm Sim 22, but we've got more coming soon. In Agribas, very similar story here, the POV 5XL plow, which we're familiar with more coming. In Allbud, we have a lot more returning here as well, including front loader tools of Universal Bucket, pallet fork, bell spike, bell king, which is super cool there. We got the manure fork, fork with a grapple. We also have a round bell fork, a bell handler, and then a log fork, a silage cutter. There's so much stuff. And for wheel loaders, we even have their Sight Pro, as well as the silage fork. In Alpago, quite a few things here, including their K-Dano 5200 subsoiler. We also have the K-Force 400 subsoiler and the 11500 subsoiler. Fan favorite of Amazon with more stuff coming, including a cultivator, big seeder, a planter, fertilizer spreader, and more coming. Amity Tech brings us their 3750 defoliator beet harvester. We also have their harvester scrub and an auger wabbon. Auger wabbon, yes. Chasing wabbits. Or the crop chaser 1000. That's so dumb. In the Anderson Group, DLC that we got back at Farming Simulator 19. Still more stuff to come. We have the Merge Pro 915, which was showing off quite a few weeks ago, as well as the return of their bio baler, the RBM 2000 round bale picker-upper. We also have the Hybrid X Extractor wrapper and the bumper. Enneberger brings us quite a few things. We've got their changing system, which is being added to the base game. Now, this was a mod in Farming Simulator 22, but here it is, base game. So we have the HTS22B79 at the top left, and then we have different things. So we've got a trailer, either a pickup, is that a loading wagon? It looks like a loading wagon. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, we have an auger wagon, which is very cool. And for those of you that do slurry, got a slurry tanker. Another returning brand, Antonio Carrero. We have 3 of their tractors returning, the Tony 10900 TTR, the Mach 4, and the Tiger car. In what I've been calling APE or APE, which I've recently found out is called APE. We have their Type 50 vehicle. Aprilia, of course, we have the RX 125 dirt bike. Arcusin brings in 2 things that I know you guys are familiar with, the Multipack D14, which stacks up the baby bales, and then we also have the FSX square bale transport. In Bednar, again, quite a few things added here. Big offerings for Farming Simulator 25. The Swifter Disc Mega Disc Harrow. We also have the Cater Power Harrow. Bottom left, we got the Mulcher, and the Omega Seeder, the Omega OO. In Bergman, we have a lot of trailers for you guys. So the top left, we have the HTW65 trailer. We also have a GTW auger wagon. We have the RRW auger wagon, then a manure spreader, and lastly, a forage wagon, a pickup. Over in Balmac, plenty of slurry tools for you guys. We have basically everything that hooks up drag hose wise. So we have an 18, 21, and 30 meter versions. In Brant, we do have a new addition, I believe, this week, because last week we had the Beaver Tail, or I think we had the Beaver Tail. Anyway, it's here now, the H550. And then we also have the Land Roller 591A. Very cool to see both of those. Over in Brander, one of my favorite brands in the game, we've got quite a few offerings again. Quite a few trailers that I think think all of these are in Farming Simulator 22 as well, so should be no surprises. For Breedle, we've got their K105 fertilizer spreader and the SG2000 winter spreader. For Brillmeyer, of course, in miscellaneous, this is our 29 EFI mower. Geppetto, the Diamond 8 corn header. Finally, we get some big tractors in Case IH. Of course, we have the Puma AFS, we have the Magnum AFS, the Steiger 715 Quadtrac, the Axleflow 7150, and the AF11. And of course, we have headers for everything. We got a 25-footer, a 28, we have the 250 Flex Draper, and then we also have the 4408 corn head, the 4418 corn header. We have the Allsoft, what is that? Sugar cane, there we go. Totally forgot. Got the name right there. Sugar cane. We also have a cotton harvester, round baler, and a weight. A lot more added here for the base game for Case than it was for Farming Simulator 22. I know a lot of people are happy about that, myself included. Another big brand, Kloss. Now, they haven't shown off any smaller tractors here. I imagine we're still getting them. Fingers crossed. We have the Zarian 12 large tractor. Everybody's super excited about that one. Of course, the Evian 450, which is going to be my starting combine, at least to begin with anyway. The Vario 620 header to go along with it. A Jaguar 990, which we've got, I think, 7 or 8 mods of in 22 now. We got a pickup for them. We got the disc, the direct disc. We've also got the Orbis 900, which is going to be your forge header, and a trailer for your mower. We also have the Quadrant 5300 mower, square baler. My brain is fried today. It is Friday and I'm done. We also have weights of 600, 900, 1800, and of course, more coming soon. This, I would imagine, is going to be all of our smaller tractors. Next up, something a little bit easier. We have Conveyall with their auger wagon, the CST 1550. I never used this at Farm Sim 22. Maybe I'll be using it again. Of course, we also have their 1690 belt system. Over in Talbot, the PowerChain 800 disc harrow, as well as the Maxi Roll Grassland Care. At Demcon, we have the Tree Planter coming back for the 10,000th year in a row. In Demco, we have their Steel Drop Deck trailer with more to come. Over in Duisfar now, we got to see quite a few of these pieces of equipment last year at FarmCon. Of course, the 6C RV Shift and Small Tractor Series 7 in medium, and the Series 8, also in medium. Stuff added with the premium DLC Farm Sim 22 De Wolf. We have their vegetable harvesters. Quite a few different setups here with more to come. I imagine there's not going to be any surprises here. Everything that's going to be here will be returning. That's my bet anyway. For Einbach, of course, they make weeders, so we have a lot of weeders here. Quite a few. We got a 12 meter and a 24. For Elho, both of the returners here, the Scorpion 550 Stone Picker and the Duet 7300 Mower. Recently added to the website, Elmer's coming back, the Hallmaster Auger Wagon, and more to come. I wonder what else Elmer's is adding. One of the DLC items for FS22, the Aero Grape Liner 7000's coming back as a base game piece of equipment. For Farson, 2 pieces. We have the PF 224 forge mixer and then a self-propelled 226 liter. At FarmX, we have a spader, which I'm sure everyone will use. In Farmet, we have their softer disc harrow. For Farm Tech, a lot of farms here, of course it is. We have the EDK 650 trailer. Good, that's really exciting. That's going to be a starter for sure. The DDK 24. We also have their manure spreader, which goes in the vineyards. We have the Supersys 800 slurry spreader, and of course, the very popular DBW 1800 bell trailer. From FarmCon this past year, we have Fendt, and there are a lot of offerings here. Well, as you would expect, we have the 200 Vario, the 300, the 500, the 700, 900, 1000, the 1100. Oh, it's awesome. We also have their Katana forage harvester. We've got a square baler, a 3300 kg weight, and more to come. Oh, that's so much. Another popular brand, Fligo. We have the Ruby 2000, which makes cut sugar beets. We also have the ASW 271 trailer. We've got the Maxline Plus slurry tanker. We've got the Schmetterling, which is a transport of some sort. It's for bales. I know what it's for. You know what? And the Noah TTW 140 animal trailer. I just realized why it's called Noah. We also have more coming soon. For Furman, we have their grape trailers. You didn't know grapes don't go in normal trailers, but olives do. I don't know how that works. We also get to see Gehringhoff, I believe, for the first time. We have their North Star 1230 FB corn header and the Milo Star 1630 special headers. Now, this looks like a corn header to me. I'm not quite sure. 12.3 meters. He's a big one. What would be the difference between corn headers and special headers? there's also more coming soon. What do you think it is? Over in sugarcane tech, we have Gessner Industries, and these are coming back all the way from Platinum DLC for Farming Simulator 17. It must have been good because, well, we keep getting them, the single row and the double row billet planters. For Goric, the Polar 600 weeder, another Farm Sim 22 DLC. Gurvile, we have their bale handler RBG for front loaders. We also have a square bale version of that, a round baler for telehandlers, square bale one for telehandlers. We have a round baler, the G1. We also have another stationary round baler, the Vario Master V140. And the G502 wrapper. There is more coming soon. I would assume the other stationary baler wrapper, but I'm not quite sure. For Great Plains, unfortunately, only one thing is listed here, the Solid Stand 1500 seater. However, this is going to be perfect on the back of a Kubota. For Grimmy, or Grimmer, rather, we have the Evo 290 potato harvester. We've also got a self-propelled potato harvester, the Venner 4150, and then we have some planters. So we have the Matrix 1800 planter. We also have the GL420, nice potato planter. We have more potato planters with the 860, and then we have vegetable planters over here with the GF 400 and 800. And then if you need some belt systems, those are coming back for the millionth game in a row. The TC 816 at the top right, and at the bottom left, the SL 822 Quantum. Naturally, if you need to do anything with boxing up, well, you've got the RH 2460, but don't worry, more coming soon. In the brand Hardy, one of my favorite brands, we have quite a few things coming back to the game, including the Mega 1200, the tank to go along with that. We've got their Delta Force, as well as a vineyard sprayer. For Hauer, two front loaders, the XB150 and 190. Those are going to be 120 and 180 horsepower required, respectively. For Hull, a couple things here. Auger wagons, faux show. We've got the KUW 2000 as well as the SUW 5000, and we even have a manure spreader. In Holaris, two things added. We have a leveler and silo compactor. In Homer, for some reason, only two things added, but these are brand new to the website this week. The Terrados 540, nice to see the new one, and the HR6 header. For Horse, plenty of things coming back here. The Tiger 8 empty cultivator. We have the Culturo mulcher, which looks like a weeder, but is a mulcher. You've also got the Maestro planter. You've got the Maestro planter and the Maestro planter. I'm kidding. The partner seed tank. It's going to go on the front, so you can utilize all of these together with more coming soon. I would imagine we'll see some more pieces of equipment from the Horse DLC, which released in Farming Simulator 17, 19, 22. It's hard to say at this point. For Husqvarna, only a chainsaw, wing, wing, wing. Over in Impex, we have the massive Hannibal T50 harvester for doing logging. International Transstar 2 Eagle branches out with the trucks, and I'm pretty sure we're getting an international pickup truck as well, as recently we've got a new video, which, I mean, come on, it's an international pickup, right? Nobody could say it's not. It definitely is. For Iseki, we've heard a lot about all of these, but we got to talk about them again. The TJW small tractor, the HJ6130 rice harvester, as well as the PRJ8D rice planter. I want to say rice transplanter because that's the way it reads on their website. And I've said it so much. It's a transplanter. It's not a planter. I'm gonna die. Back to life now with JCB again for the 1,000th game in a row. The 435S wheel loader. There have been at least one, if not two, generations of new wheel loaders from JCB since this one was out, but for some reason, this is the one we keep getting. Over in Gens, we've got their hybrid Cobra Chipper. For J&M, their grain car, the Extended Reach 1112. Big offerings from John Deere, of course, including the 3650, which everybody's super pumped about. We also have the 6R, the 7R, the 8R, the 8RT, the 8RX, the 9R, the 9RX, and we have the 843L. Is that a Feller Buncher, I believe? We also have the 848L forwarder. We've got the S7, which was recently added with fact sheets. We have the X9, of course. We knew that was coming back. And then we've got headers, including a 35, 45, and 50-foot headers. We also have the C16F corn header, the 16 row, and we have the John Deere 9000 series, which I believe was a DLC for Farming Simulator 19, if I remember correctly. And then that's going to include a pickup header, and then a 3.45, 3.6, 3.7, at 3.9, no, I messed those up. 4.5, 6, 7.5, and 9 meter headers. We also have the round cotton baler coming back, which was also added with a cotton DLC for Farming Simulator 19. Two different front loaders, a round baler with wrapper on the back, plenty of weights, including a 900, 1150, 18, and 1700, and there's even more to come. What else could be happening with John Deere? Like, that's it, right? That's everything. Unalone for Johnsard, we have the chainsaw. Unai and Rick, we have the EFG forklift. From Karcher, we have their miscellaneous and miscellaneous sprayers. The thing is, it's still got 9 horsepower at 7 kilometers per hour. I don't know how we're going to be using this. The only thing I can think of is the one on the right is a placeable, where the one on the left is purchasable and can be moved around. It's the only thing I can think of. From Caveco, we have the Radium 255 trailer. Love that trailer. We have a bunch of modded ones of that in 22 already. And then we have their Profi 2 slurry tanker. For Kemper, a lot of forge tools in here. So we have their 3003 pickup header. We also have a 4.5, 6, 7.5, and 9 meter headers. Of course, those are tied in, I believe, with John Deere, and there may be some other people that work with them too. And of course, we have their comfort support wheel transport system. In Kessler, we have their 144. Yes, 144 ND with transport. In Kingston, still only one trailer, the Belvedere. This is the 3rd game in a row that we've had this. Over at Kinsey, we have the 4905 Blue Drive. Hopefully we get the smaller version as well. Maybe there's other stuff too. For Nosh, we have their mulcher with more coming soon. In Coker Lane, the Ultimate 800-seater. Winches are now part of the base game, and Kohler is being added to that. These were pieces that were added with the Platinum DLC for Farm Sim 22. There we go. And now they're coming back for the base game, so that's great news. In Komatsu, only one thing here, a Harvester, the 951. Granted, it is my favorite, but no forwarders? Come on. For Cody Grant, we have the PQ32. We also have the 3000 and the one that goes on the side of the field. This guy. In Crampy, we have their half pipe returning. We also have the SKS 301050 ZZQ semi-trailer. We also have the Dolly and more. For AgroLiner, we have the PW024 Transport Bell trailer coming back. For Krone Equipment, we of course have the Big X 1180, the big bad boy coming into the game. We've got a pickup for that. We've got a mower. We've got one forge header, which is a 9 meter. You've also got the GX520 forge wagon. We've got a header for the mower. We also have the Big M450 returning. Looks like a new model. Looks really good there. Also, some other tools too, which I'm super excited about, including the new tedder being added. And we've got a square baler, a round baler, and even more. I've also had some people asking, would the straw harvest DLC be coming as part of the base game? And probably not, because the straw harvest is a mod, not a DLC item. However, you may see it coming back as a mod. We never know. That's not the only Krone note, because we also have Krone Trailer, which is a different brand. We have the Profi Liner semi-trailer right here. And this is probably the one that'll have the FSL logo on it, because Giants have 2 of these trailers, not with the soft sides though. They both have a hard side. One of my favorite brands, Kubota, is here. I've actually got a Kubota mower that I own in real life. So the only tractor I own is a Kubota. We got the M8 series. We also have their 2-seater and 4-seater sidekicks, the R640 front loader, the SVL skid steer, and a front loader for the M77 there. Now, one of the things that you may see that's missing is the M5, M6, and M7 series. I don't know if they're coming to the game or not. There's no more coming soon logo here, but crazier things have happened. For K-Brand, is it just me or is the red off here? Nonetheless, we have the ProLander 7500 cultivator, which is a new addition. We also have a big power harrow, a planter, a seed tank. We've got the rear mowers, which will probably have a front mower added soon. We got a big square baler, round baler. We've got the SW4014 wrapper, like the most stereotypical bell wrapper in Farming Simulator. I think that came with a DLC. What, in Farm Sim 15, I think? So here we are again. Of course, we have the RA Forge Wagon. We also have a self-propelled Forge Wagon with the Intense and a straw blower. More coming soon. I imagine we'll be getting at least 2 or 3 more pieces of equipment. For Cavernaland, another brand that I fell in love with back in Farming Simulator 19, we have their PW112 Palau. That's actually been shown off a lot, especially with the ground deformation blog that we got this past week. Check that out if you haven't seen it already. It's really good. You've also got the Optima RS planter, which I love. And then we've got 2 vegetable planters. I believe a 3 and a 6 meter. Is that right? 3, 6 meters? Yes, sir. Over in Limkin, quite a few things to talk about here. We have their Titan plow, which is going to be a 4.9 meter. We also have their Schmerz cultivator. We have the Corland cultivator and my favorite Solitaire 12-seater. For Lindner, we have their Lintrack 130. In Lizard, we got the Dragon truck, the MKS 8 and 32 barrels, the Module 4 cotton transport for 1 cotton bale, and the Module X semi for 2 cotton bales. there's also more to come. For Load King, a big brand that was added for Farming Simulator 22. Was this a 19 as well? I can't remember. We have their renowned drop deck. We also have the Distinction Triple Hopper and the Prestige Super Bee, which I'm super excited to use. From MacDon, the Flex Draper. In Mac, we have the Anthem 6x4 and Superliner 6x4 with more to come. So yes, we'll have more than just these. In Magsy, we have a lot of tools here for telehandler, including a bucket, a pallet fork, bell wrap handler, manure fork, log fork, and then for wheel loaders, we have their pallet fork and log fork. In Manitou, we see their telehandler, but we also know that we're going to be getting a forklift. It just hasn't been added to the website yet. Super excited to see Massey Ferguson's heading back. We had their newer, older MF 5700S. We also have the new 9S, which came out about a year ago. We also have the Massey Ferguson 8570, which came out about 30 years ago or more, I can't remember, and the header to go along with that. We also have a header trailer for that and some sugarcane transport, with more coming soon. I imagine we'll see a lot more. Speaking of more, we have more McCormick. We have their high dump wheel loader bucket. This is a big one, 4,000 liters there. You've also got a wheel loader, bell fork, and cotton wheelie grab, which looks like to be a 3-point, and a cotton tag trailer, which holds, I think, 3 cotton bales, round ones. Now, not to be confused with McCormick, we have McCormick, the 8X medium tractor. McCullough, we have the chainsaw, and McMeridian. We'll get that out of here. The Meridian TL belt system. McMurlo. All right, I'll stop finally. Merlot, we have their MF449 telehandler. I'm so stupid. Missouri. I almost did it. We have their ProTill 4T planter. Man, I've been recording for like 28 minutes now. My brain's done. Rider trailers from Nardi. Basically, everything is returning. The N20T, the 40BX, the 7030, 6035, 7040, and 6045. In New Holland, still feels like there's a few things missing in here, but we have the TK480 methane power tractor, the T7, the T8. We have their wheeled skid steer, the New Holland CR11, no smaller combine. I thought we would see those by now at least. Of course, the FD250 Flex Draper. Yes, that is a MacDon. We also have the New Holland 980 CR1830 corn header, 10 meters on that one. The FR780 forage harvester, along with header for doing poplars. We've also got your, was it the 5, 6, and 7.5, as well as a 9 meter SFI headers. And then, of course, we have the olive harvester, the grape harvester, the New Holland round baler, and a weight. And yes, there is no coming more coming soon, but I feel like there's more coming soon. Maybe yes or no bag. We have their T4 seater. Bad joke? I can't tell. In Oxbow, 4 pieces of equipment here: spinach harvester, green bean harvester, pea harvester, and a slurry tanker. I'm still trying to figure out exactly which one's which when you see it in the field. All I know is the one with 4 tracks is a spinach harvester, and then the other 2 I get confused. But the pea harvester has tracks in the front, and the green bean harvester has no tracks. I'll figure it out eventually. For Paladin, this is mainly skid steer tools. We have a high dump bucket, pallet fork, bell spike, wrapped bell handler, manure fork, brush and log fork, which is very similar, stump grinder, and an SFB 750. Doesn't tell you what it is, but that is the Rock Crusher. So that's coming back. For Fensail, we have some logging equipment. This was released with the pre-platinum. There we go, the logging DLC for FS25. We got their Felix forwarder, which is a little itty bitty forwarder, but it's super cute. We also have a wood transport, and we have the PM Track 3. Now for field and forage, we have their Pottinger Servo 12 plow. We also have the 6000 plow, which is new to me, 4.2 meters, very nice. We also have their Alpen Hit Tedder, the 16 Tedder, a bigger top 1403 windrower. You've got, of course, the Boss Alpen 251 forage wagon, which I will mod immediately as soon as the game is released. In addition to the Faro 4010D forage wagon, we have the Jumbo forage wagon, and even more coming soon. From Printeth, we have the SF900, and then more coming soon. I thought that things had already been announced. Where's the big thing with the tracks on it. In Riedler, we have their modified Volvo truck, as well as the wood transport trailer to match. From Ropa, we have the Navarro Mouse in miscellaneous. We also have the Tiger 6 Beat Harvester. We have the header for that, the header trailer, and then we have a Beat Loader. There's also more coming soon. I'm not sure what else could be added. From Rotna, we have their forwarder, but no harvester listed. In Rudolph, couple trailers, the DK280, which is a front and back. Then we have the rear only axle TDK, and then we have this one, which I can never figure out which one this one was. Is that an auger? I don't know. I never used it. It's Salek. This is going to be some smaller pieces of equipment. We've got sort of ANS trailer. We've got a little itty bitty disc harrow, subsoiler, a mulcher, and a fertilizer spreader. These are small things. So we have a 1,600 liter trailer. The disc harrow is 1 meter, subsoiler is 1.2. and the mulcher is 1 meter as well. Fertilizer spreader does go up to 14 meters, but only holds 300 liters. From Samaz, very cool to see these guys in here. We have their front mower, we have a rear mower, we've also got a tedder, a windrower, we've got some winter equipment as a snow plow, as well as a snow blower, and even more heading our way. It's Sammy with the Virtuous 135 RV Shift, which is very similar to our Deutzfahr that we have. In Schaefer, so far, the only thing they've shown is the 23E, the electric front loader. However, there is more coming. From Shoemaker, the Rapide 580V Forge Wagon. Schwarzmüller's bringing in a low loader. From Cinnabogan, we have their 340G telehandler. There's also a Fendt version of this coming as well that we've seen. We just haven't seen it again. Silo King, so far only one thing. I find that hard to believe. The Trailline 4.0 system forge mixer. SIP has 2 things, both windrowers that go on the front of your tractors. From Stihl, we have a chainsaw and then plenty of paint. At Typhoon, we got a winch. At Tinweekle, a bunch of weights on here. These were very cool. Super excited to see these heading back. We have a 450, 600, 750, 1000, 1250, 15, and 2500 kg weights. Ones I'm really excited about, 450 down here, as well as the 600. Nice for small tractors. Thunder Creek equipment again, the FST990. TMC Kinsela, we have their THX mulcher, which goes on excavators, and then we have a 3-point version of that as well, with more coming soon. From TT, the Colossus Sugarcane Transport. Uni is bringing in their Felix 3-seater. Invaderstad, we've got a big cultivator, disc harrow, and roller. Very excited to see this Invaderstad roller, even though I'm pretty sure they said that this was a seater in the fact sheet. Over in Valtris, still the only thing we've seen so far is the S series. Come on, just bring them all in. The A, the T, the S, the V? I don't remember what the other one was. Speaking of V's, Volvo. We got the VNX 300 truck, the FH16 truck. We also have the L120H wheel loader. We've got their electric version of that for the wheel loader. Excavators. We have the 250 and the 380 both returning. We got a pallet fork for the wheel loaders. We also have a big bag lifter, a rock bucket. We've got a general purpose bucket, and then a high tip bucket. Speaking of high tip, we have the high lift, which will do really good things for your logging stuff, and then more coming soon. Walkabout, super excited to see these guys coming back. The WMB 4000 auger wagon, 141,000 liter capacity. For Westack, we have the Woodcracker excavator tool and the Woodcracker other excavator tool. From WIFO or there we have this. I'm so stupid. I'm so done. Been recording for almost 40 minutes now. We've got their miscellaneous piece of equipment, the HMZ 340. This is actually a like a forklift, but it's 3-point hitch. Pretty cool. The Wilson trailer, so far the only thing they've shown is the Silverstar Animal Transport. Zetor brings us the Proxima, Forterra, and Crystal tractors, good lord. Zunhammer, we have the Vibro Slurry Injector. We also have the 18 and 24 ULT slurry transports. And believe it or not, there's even a brand called Coming Soon. And with that, Farming Simulator 25 website update number 7, and likely the last one, is complete. The next few weeks are going to be insane with videos on everything in the game, including tractors, trucks, implements, tools, placeables, and a lot more. I'm going to be your one-stop shop for everything Farming Simulator 25 related once the game goes into early access. So again, make sure you're subscribed, that way you don't miss a thing. Also, don't forget, Farm Sim 25 is available Tuesday, November 12th, 2024 for PC, Mac, PS5, and Xbox Series. If you still haven't pre-ordered yet, you got a little time left to do that. You can check the link down below, which takes you to pre-orders for the base game, as well as the year one bundle. And console players, don't worry, you can still pre-order those same things on your respective game stores. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, and check out the other videos on the screen right now for more FS25 videos. Thank you for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.